Degens, wake up, let's get this done. You know why this is a full Degen show? Because we're above 44,000 again. And it's not actually Bitcoin that is leading this run. It's actually the altcoins, and it's not actually any altcoins. It's altcoins in a certain narrative that are leading this run. Now, if you catch the narrative early and you know what to look for, you're going to make a whole lot of money in this upcoming alt season. If you don't, well, then you will make money because everybody's going to make money in the rising tide. So the difference between whether you are going to make a lot of money, I'm not going to say life-changing money because you know what happened then, and whether you're just going to make money is actually whether you watch the show and whether you watch the show till the end. Trust me, you want to watch the show till the end.
He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can. He's our man, if he can't do it, no one can.
Ran, he's the man. That's a great song. It's a great song. I love that song. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is now above 44,100. And that is because the markets are calm. And you know why the markets are calm? The markets are calm because inflation is at 7%. It doesn't make sense. How can the markets be calm when inflation is at 7%? We're going to talk about that. Before we talk about that, I want to welcome all the new viewers to our show. If you are new to our show, welcome. You finally come to the right place, and dare I say it, you've come at exactly the right time. You know why? Because in the bear market, it's boring because nothing happens, but that's when you gain your knowledge. And now the market's starting to wake up. So if you're here during the lower part, I'm not even going to call it a bear market, well, congratulate yourself and take yourself out for dinner tonight because you know you're going to make money. You know you're going to make a lot of money. If you're joining now, you're cool. You're here at the right time. You'll also make money. If you're not part of our community, then you should subscribe to our channel. You want to know why you want to subscribe to our channel? That is because we have this thing called a community. It's the best community in the world. And the community revolves around this YouTube channel. It also revolves around this amazing website. Don't crash the website again, guys. You guys have got this bad habit of crashing our website. So what it is, it's a crypto news and social network in one. It integrates into Twitter, so you can only log into our site with Twitter. You can't log in any other way. And we basically just drop free alpha onto this website all the time. That's what we do. We just take alpha, we take money-making things, and we just drop them onto the website all day long. And believe it or not, this website has been going for a week. And in a week, we already have more engagement than most of the other websites. You take the other websites, I'm not going to mention their names because I don't feel like being sued. But if you look at the article we wrote yesterday on Fantom, 471 likes, 224 comments on a website that's less than a week old. And that's because you guys, the degens, are degening in. And today, we have a whole lot of articles for you. We have one from yesterday, which is the 5 gaming tokens that are going to lead this recovery, which is, if you didn't read this, read this. It's absolutely unbelievable. Then we have the chart of the day. Sheldon's chart of the day today was DOT. And I see Luke is nodding. And I'll tell you why Luke's nodding. Luke's sitting on the toilet nodding. You know why it is?
From the store.
Because he bought Moonbeam this morning. Let's quickly just go to Moonbeam. Moonbeam is the Ethereum compatible chain. It's the Ethereum compatible chain that is built on Polkadot. It's the Ethereum EVM chain that's built on Polkadot. Now, the reason why Luke is so excited while sitting on the toilet is because he bought it at $8.80 this morning. He ran around the office telling everyone to buy it at $8.80. We were actually working, making a show. He was buying it, right? So now he is smiling. He's smiling. We're not smiling because we were working the whole day. Okay, but he's smiling because he made 50% on his money since this morning, 40-something% on your money since this morning. Now, the question I have for you is, at a market cap, a fully diluted market cap of $12 billion, $12 billion, fully diluted market cap on Moonbeam, which is, would you be selling or holding? Is it value? Is it value at a fully diluted valuation? of $12 billion.
I'll sell a bit and then keep a bit. It has just launched on 3 different exchanges, gone live on Binance, Gates, and Kucoin, and the volume is crazy.
Look, I'm not going to give my opinion yet, but you tell Luke in the comments what you would do if you were him and he had made 50% on your money. And Moonbeam was valued at $12 billion. I don't know if it's cheap or expensive. What I do know, though, is that I promised the people that engaged on our website, I promised you that I would give you Syn City $100 pre-IDO allocations. You remember that? Syn City, the great game. Do is the advisor. Amazing. Well, I have a list of the people that engage with our website. There's 4,000 people on the list. I've narrowed the list down. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do that. And because people always accuse me of just choosing people at random. So I'm just going to go, because you can't cheat this actually. So I'm going to go like that and I'm going to stop. And I'm going to say, Matt, Degen 45, you're a winner. You get $100 IDO tokens, pre-IDO tokens in Syn City. Let me go back to the top so the people at the top don't complain. And I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. J. Honade Cruz, $100 Syn City pre-IDO. And Tim Woodgate, $100 Syn City pre-IDO. So if you guys want that, all you do is engage with the website. Just go and read the articles, like the content. We know who you are because we're watching the website. We're seeing who's logging in. And that way you can win. There are also other ways to win. Well, if you are not a member of our community, subscribe, because in our community, we have the Banter bags. And the Banter bags is pre-market allocations that we get, and we give them to our communities. We've got these like whole lot of pre-market allocations in the Banter bags. The latest one that's given us an allocation is, Kyle, who are they? SAVG. Okay, now SAVG is seriously one of my favorite projects, and they've given us $2,000 of pre-IDO tokens to give into the Banter bags. Why is it? I've invested in them personally. Why is it one of the best projects that I think is coming out there? Because it really solves the need, and it solves the need in an absolutely unbelievable way. The need is, I don't know how much you guys know about a platform called Shutterstock. Shutterstock is where designers or artists post pictures for other people to use. So if you want to make a catalog and you're looking for a picture of, say, I don't know, a camera or whatever it is, then you go to Shutterstock and you get that picture. Now, SAVG is actually a NFT-based platform where anyone can become a contributor. It's a decentralized Shutterstock where anybody can become a contributor. Watch this.
People carry a camera in their pocket, but content monetization is broken. Introducing SAVG, the world's first marketplace that allows creators to easily, fairly, and ethically monetize their content. From world-renowned creators using the latest and greatest gear to the up-and-coming smartphone creators. We are
Okay, so that's SAVG. You guys have got $2,000 of pre-IDO tokens sitting in the Banter bags. The IDO, I think, happens January 17th to January 19th. And if I remember correctly, it's happening on Ocam and on Fantom Starter. So if you want to get involved, go and get involved. I personally did invest. I've got to be honest. Full disclosure, I am an investor there. So you do what you want to do. I've done the research. My research said I should invest. You decide what you want to do. We also have a few more tickets for the Banter opening party at the North American Bitcoin Conference. You want to come and join? You can't come to the conference because I think the tickets that I gave away are full. You can buy tickets. But if you want to come to the party, the opening night party on the 17th, we may have some tickets available. There is a link below. Please, please, please. I paid for those tickets. So please don't use the tickets if you're not going to be in Miami. And if you think you may not be in Miami, please, please, please don't use those tickets. Those tickets are super expensive. And by taking those tickets, you're actually taking someone else's opportunity away to join the party, to join that party. Alrighty, enough announcements. Although I do think I'm going to say it to you guys again. There is major alpha dropping on this website every single day. what I'm talking about on the show is already on the website today. So it's already on the website. It was on the website before I started. So just trust me, do it. Trust me, go to the website. We're going to talk today on the show, as you can see, about alt season. We're also going to talk about 5 altcoins that institutions are going to be adopting. So trust me, worth watching. I've also got a lot to talk to you about because I want to show you guys how to make money on Fantom. So let's get the show on the road. Let's do it quickly. I have wasted 10 minutes of your time with announcements. It's never going to happen again. Like, subscribe, and let's get the show on the road. So where are we? I'll tell you where we are. We're at 44,258. Wow. Which is quite ironic because we're at 44,000 on Bitcoin with the highest inflation numbers that we've ever seen. $44,000 on Bitcoin, and the markets are calm with the highest inflation numbers that we've ever seen. Yesterday, the inflation numbers came in at 7%. And quite frankly, that is the highest inflation numbers we've ever seen. What we're learning is that the market actually isn't looking at the inflation numbers. The market actually isn't looking at the inflation numbers. The market is more concerned with whether or not the inflation numbers are below or above expectation. So if the market was expecting 8% and they got 8.1 or 8.2, it would be above expectation. The market was expecting 7% and the market got 7%. And therefore they're saying, well, you know what? We feel like the Fed is in control. We don't feel like inflation is running away from the Fed. What the market looks for, and I showed you guys this yesterday, is the market looks for above or below forecast. And every time the forecast or the number comes in equal to forecast or below forecast or on forecast, the market goes up. And every time the market sees that the numbers go above forecast, then they get nervous that the Fed is not actually in control. So it's not actually as much about the actual inflation number, which is actually the important thing. What it is, it's about the above or below expectation. And yesterday we got the numbers on expectation. And historically, we know that if the numbers are on expectation, then the markets are relaxed and the market goes up. And now the market has kind of come to peace with 7% inflation, which, as Clement says, sounds absolutely fucking insane. It is absolutely fucking insane, okay? Now, we also now know that the Fed is going to start increasing rates. Fed's Harker says currently they have 3 rate increases for the year, and they will be starting in March. So, okay, we know interest rates are going to increase, and they're going to increase in March. Amazing. The market saw that. The market's at peace with that, and that's why the market can start running again. But the run, even though it looks like it's starting on Bitcoin, the real run is not happening here. The real run is just starting. You know why the real run is just starting? Because of squeeze. Because of squeeze. I said to you guys, I've been saying it the whole weekend. I said the leverage is actually clusters of shorts on the way up. And what's happening now is that they're starting to get squeezed. And the data is now supporting what I've been saying for so many days. The perpetual funding is going increasingly negative as price grinds higher. So what's happening here is that the bears are holding onto their shorts, which is the biggest mistake you can make, because if you hold onto a short position and then you get margin called and you get wiped, that's it. That's the end of it. So what we're seeing now, we're so close. We're so close to an insane short squeeze. We can see it's already been happening. It started happening at 37,000. It started happening over here at 37,000. You see here? It started happening down at 39,000. And you can see it's going up and up and up in big candles because the shorts are going to get squeezed. And I said in one of my tweets over the weekend, I don't have time to go back and look for that tweet, but I said that I think that this is going to be the biggest short squeeze that we've ever seen in Bitcoin's history, because the leverage is higher than it's ever been in Bitcoin's history. And the leverage seems to be clustered shorts, not clustered longs like it normally is. And so I kind of think that when we get the short squeeze, it's going to be, I said it's going to be a $10,000 candle. So far, it's been about $4,300. I think it's going to take us back up to 50,000, and that's going to take us back up to 53,000. And then we're going to cross over that 53,000 range that was ever so critical in keeping the trend. And then bang, we're going to continue going. And that's where we're going now. That's where we're going now. But the reality is that the market, as encouraging as this looks, this is actually not where the market is. This is actually not where the fun is. The fun in the market is actually here. Let me show you. The fun in the market is actually here in the altcoins, because the altcoins are going up 82% on LaunchX, 38% on Moonbeam, 29% on liquidity, another 20.6%. So the fun, the market is actually happening in altcoins. And what you can see is that the dominance, the Bitcoin dominance, which is now back at it was at 39.5, it's now back at the 40 level. And it looks like there's a breakdown in that Bitcoin dominance. So we may just be following a 2017 type scenario. And in 2017, for those of you who were around, you will remember that after the last correction of 2017, the Bitcoin dominance broke down from 70% to 35%. Okay, so the dominance broke down from 70% on the 8th of December, 9th of December. On the 9th of December, the Bitcoin dominance was 70%. A month later, 13th of January, the Bitcoin dominance was 35%. Imagine losing 50% of Bitcoin's dominance in a month. That is what you call a 2017 type scenario. And it feels like, I don't know if it's right, but it feels like we're getting into that. And the data kind of supports it. So when you look at this tweet, and I'll try and get the picture of this tweet, and I'm not sure why the picture of the tweet's not working. But the Rational Root said, the cycle is not over. And all that he says is happening is you're getting the longest cycle that everyone was talking about. It's the same cycle, it's just longer. And remember, there's a longer cycle after every halving. It was a Plan B theory, it was a Raoul Pal theory, and the Rational Root's now showing us the same thing. He's saying, look, because of the halving, because the coins take longer to release, after every halving, the cycle gets longer and longer. And it's kind of playing out here. So I'm not saying this is going to happen, but there is a scenario. There is a scenario that's on the cards, and it genuinely is on the cards, where we're getting a 2017 type scenario. And in 2017, we had the final correction, and after the final correction, do I have that 2017 chart? Let's see if I can click. That's dominance. Let's see if this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. In 2017, in 1 month, Bitcoin's dominance halved as altcoins stole the show. That's exactly what's happening. And you can see it. You can see it with what's happening with Fantom. We spoke about Fantom yesterday. We're going to speak a lot about Fantom today if I can get through the rest of the stuff quickly enough. And I'm going to show you guys how you can make money on Fantom, how you can make money staking Fantom. So not only are you making money holding Fantom, but you're going to make a whole lot of money staking Fantom. I'm going to break that down for you guys today. It does look like that the fun is all happening on altcoins. And I think that this altcoin run is actually not about all altcoins. You will make money if you invest your money into altcoins, but you will make much more money if you can follow the narrative. If you know what the narrative is. Remember, crypto is driven by narratives. And if you can guess the narrative before everybody else, then you will simply make more money than everybody else. If you followed the show last year, you would have followed the narratives. We had DeFi summer when we first started Banter. Then we had this whole NFT. Then we had Axie, and we had play to earn gaming. Then we went into Solana season, and we started Solana season. Then we had Cardano. After Cardano, we had AVAX, and we said to you guys, start buying AVAX and all the coins. Then in November, I tweeted, I think it's going to be a lunar December, and we rode that narrative into December. Then in end of December, I tweeted it's going to be a Phantom January, and now we're riding this Phantom January. And then I said it's going to be an ETH layer 2, and we saw Matic exploding. And soon we're going to see a whole lot of layer 2 projects, just as soon as there are more layer 2 narratives on the cards. So the truth is that if you know crypto, you know that crypto is all about narratives. And if you can call the narrative before anybody else, if you can be ahead of everybody else, then you'll make more money than everybody else. It's that simple. If you follow, you'll probably make money, but you'll probably be towards the end. And so I said to you guys last year that it's important for you to try and understand where the bees are. And right now, the bees are in Fantom. So my advice to you guys right now is don't put too much more money into Fantom, because the bees are there. Everyone's in Fantom. They're coming in. Start thinking about, where is the next part of the narrative going to play out? Where are we going to get the next bit of alpha? We've had gaming, we've had play-to-earn gaming, we've had NFTs, we've had Solana, we've had Avalanche, we've had Fantom. Where are the bees going to next? What is it? Where is the money going to next? Any ideas? If you were smart, you wouldn't even watch the show, because this show is pretty much an hour of your day. You would just go to the Crypto Banter website, and then you would know immediately where you would have known that alt season is on the horizon, and you would have read this amazing article, and it would have told you about all the reasons why we think that alt season is on the horizon. Okay, but forget about that. Forget about that for a second. Let's just assume that you don't know how to read, okay? So there's a lot of people that don't know how to read. Well, then we have to try and guess together where the next amount of money, where is the money going to flow? Where is the money going to come into crypto? Where is it going to go? And if you can get that right, well, then you will make a lot of money. So what I want to do is, you tell me in the comments right now where you think that the next narratives are going to be. And if you're right, or if we agree, then I will give you $100 of Syn City in the pre-IDO. What do you say? Luna's had a great run. It will return, but not yet. Cardano, but not yet. Cardano, but not yet. Oracle season, no. Storage, maybe storage, but no. Floki. No, it's not going to Floki. Meme coins, there's no more meme coin narrative. That narrative's dead. Zika rollups, it is the narrative, but what can you invest in? Matic says layer 2, but what do you invest in? There's only Matic, and there's Boba. We love that. Dexes, no, we've had Dexes. Moonbeam, maybe, but no. Launchpads, no. Launchpads is a bull market thing. Social tokens, yes, but that's not the one I'm talking about. Come on, guys, I want to give this away. NIA is the protocol, not a narrative, guys. Come on, it's a narrative. Web3, yes, but that's not the one we're talking about. Fuddy wins. Fuddy wins something. He wins something. $100 of Syn City. Okay, so where is this next narrative? Where is this next narrative? Come on, guys, you can do this. You can do this. I promise you can do this. All right, let's talk about it. Andy, back to Andy. Go back to Andy. The guy's a genius. We did see signs, and we posted on our website yesterday, that DeFi was breaking out after a long time downtrend. So let me actually show you this. I know you think I'm a retard, but I'm not a retard. It's just very hard to scroll on this in the studio. But you can see that DeFi has been in a downtrend. Down. But something happened yesterday. See that? Something happened yesterday. And DeFi, not yesterday, it's been happening for a while, but DeFi started to break out. And it looks like there is a DeFi explosion that is happening. But I don't think it's every kind of DeFi. I think there's specific DeFi narratives that are going to carry the market into the next quarter, so to speak. And I think the narratives are very specific. I think the one narrative around DeFi is the combination of NFTs, play to earn, gamification, and DeFi. And to that end, I think DeFi Kingdoms is the protocol that's built on Harmony One, has done an amazing job. They're the market leaders. But I think they're going to start a trend in gamification of savings and banking. And when you can make banking and savings and earnings fun, and you can make it into a game, then you win. And I think that's where DeFi beat the banks. I enjoy doing DeFi. I enjoy watching the number go up. I enjoy the thrill of it. And I think you guys do too. And I think that when you combine that with like gameplay and NFT, well, then you've got a winning narrative. So I think one of the narratives that we have to keep a lookout for is who are the next DeFi kingdoms. But then there's another narrative. And there's a whole lot of clues that show me that there's another narrative in DeFi that's going to be powered. And today I'm going to show you 6 tokens that are going to win if this DeFi narrative wins. And after that, we're going to talk about Fantom staking. So let's get through this pretty quickly. The world's most visited financial websites. This is the world. So it's like basically the whole world. It's not like the USA. I know the USA people think that the whole world is in the USA, but this is like the world. It also includes Australia. I love Australian people, but I think the Australian government are actually representatives of the devil after what they did to Novak Djokovic. And I think what they're doing to their people is disgusting. Actually, I'm not allowed to talk about this. Channel will get deplatformed. What do you call that shit? Okay, so the second most visited website in the entire world of finance, obviously porn sites get much more hit than finance sites, that's obvious. But the second most visited financial website in the world is CoinMarketCap. The first one is PayPal, obviously, because that's payments. The 6th most visited financial website in the world under investing.com is one exchange called Binance, which gets more hits than Wells Fargo and Bank of America. And then just under Bank of America is CoinGecko. So you can kind of see that something's happening. In the financial world, something is happening. And you can see that the financial world is starting to really, really, really focus on crypto right now. Remember, these are finance websites. And so you can see that there's something happening. And we said that the narrative is DeFi, but it's not DeFi like you think DeFi. It's if you can identify the narrative within the narrative. So that's my first clue. The next clue is Coinbase institutions will gain more confidence in DeFi and participate in it a lot more. Coinbase now holds 139 billion in crypto for institutions. So you're now seeing institutions coming into the market. Coinbase held more crypto for institutions than retail for most of 2021. So institutions. So we know institutions are coming into the markets. They're coming into the markets because their market, they cannot beat their markets. They cannot beat the traditional markets. In fact, when they try and beat the traditional markets, look at this. Only 3 TradeFi funds outperformed the S&P last year. 3. The S&P did like 25% last year. Only 3 major TradeFi funds in the world, in the whole world, outperformed the S&P last year. These are those people that wear those amazing suits. You know, the people that wear those amazing suits that work on Wall Street. You know what I'm talking about. Come on. These people that charge you a lot of money, that drive fancy cars, that wear the suits and the Rolexes, and they go to work in the big offices. Well, and they think they're so smart. Well, only 3 of them, three out of like hundreds and thousands, 3 outperformed the S&P. So you could have put your money into the S&P ETF, and you would have made more money than if you would have funded the lifestyle of those people. So anyway, those people are now coming. Guess what they're coming to? They are coming into crypto. But they're not coming to buy crypto. They're not coming here to buy crypto. Last year was the year where the institutions came to buy crypto. That was last year. This year there's a new narrative, and the narrative is the institutions are coming to DeFi. Why are they coming to DeFi? I'll tell you what, because the returns that they can generate are so shit that Sheldon Hughes wears suits. I don't even think I own a suit. I used to have lots of suits. I threw them all away. I own t-shirts. Usually the people that wear suits work for people who wear shorts. Remember that. People who wear suits usually work for people who wear shorts. So when you see a guy wearing shorts and a t-shirt and you think to yourself, because he's not wearing a suit, he's not that smart. Just remember that the people that are wearing suits are actually working for the guy wearing shorts and flip-flops. I'm telling you. And the guys wearing shorts and slip-flops work for the guys who are in their house wearing underwear. Yeah. And the guy in his house who's wearing underwear actually works for the girl who's sitting next to him who's also wearing underwear. That's okay. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to do today, guys. We have to focus today. So the institutions are here, and this time around, they're not coming here to buy Bitcoin. Those aren't the announcements that we should be excited about. But the institutions are here for DeFi. They're here to get returns. And if you can identify that narrative, which is the narrative that I think is going to carry us into the next couple of months, or we're going to see it playing out sometime in early 2022, is institutions coming into DeFi. And if institutions are coming into DeFi, and we know that they're coming into DeFi, then we need to ask ourselves, well, where are they going? Where are these people that are coming? Institutions will gain confidence in DeFi in 2022. Where are they going to go? And then surprise, there's an article on the Crypto Banter website. Surprise, hi, surprise. And it talks about 5 altcoins that you should be investing in for institutional adoption. I want to change this because there's actually 6. Okay, so Freddie, I know Freddie's watching the show. We've got to change this because there's actually 6 altcoins that you should be buying if you believe in institutional adoptions. No jokes. There are 6 altcoins that you should be buying if you believe that institutions are coming here for DeFi adoptions. Okay, so what are these 6 altcoins? Because they're not going to come here for Bitcoin. The institutions aren't coming here for Bitcoin. That's why the rally is going to be led by institutions. And where are these institutions going to go? Well, let me show you where they're going to go. Bank of America wrote an article today, or wrote a piece of research that recommended people buy Solana. Bank of America, I got to say that again because it just sounds so like impossible. Like Bank of America in 2017 probably told all their clients to stay away from Bitcoin. So I'm going to repeat myself again. I'm going to say Solana could become the Visa of the digital asset world. Bank of America. Okay, I'll read you the first couple of lines. It says, Solana could become the Visa of the digital asset world as it focuses on scalability, low transaction fees, and ease of use. Bank of America told clients in a research note. So the Bank of America is now seeing Solana and saying, look, they're seeing Bitcoin, they're seeing it, and they're saying, look, don't buy Bitcoin and ETH. You've missed the boat there. ETH doesn't really work. Buy Solana. So the first coin that you need to invest in, if you believe in that narrative, is Solana. And it's a great time to invest in Solana and the ecosystem. You know why? Because the bees have left Solana and they've gone to Avalanche and Fantom and a whole lot of other places, but they will come back to Solana and Solana will have another season. So Bank of America has said that. The next one that you should be focusing on, remember, there's going to be 6. There's going to be 6. This is a very smart guy. His name is SpartanBlack one, and he posts in 2021, 8 of my top 10 predictions materialized. Therefore, he must be smart. Let's just see that I'm actually following him. I'm not following him. I must follow him. SpartanBlack _1. Prediction 2. Total DeFi TVL will cross $1 trillion, up 4 times versus current TVL. And the top 10 chains will each have over $10 billion TVL. The combination of institutional DeFi adoption and non-crypto native consumer DeFi adoption will propel TVM to all-time highs. Bingo, he gets it. Institutions are coming for DeFi. They're going to go into Solana. But where else are they going to go? They're going to go into Qredo. If you believe in institutional adoption, Qredo enables multi-party computation, which is what I explained to you guys last time. It is key management for private keys, where it's made for institutions. Now, what multi-party computation allows you to do is, instead of having one private key which one person holds, it allows you to break the key into 3 parts. So sharding, it's called sharding the key. And I would get a shard, Fred would get a shard, and Luke would get a shard. And 2 of us would have to put the shards together in order to unlock the wallet. That's effectively what multi-party computation does. So the key doesn't exist anywhere, but two parties can come together, any two parties can come together. And that allows for institutional type adoption, because think about an institution, they cannot give the private keys to one guy who's a trader, but they need to have a solution. And Qredo is one of those that has an amazing solution. So I think that if you're serious about this narrative, then buy Qredo. As I said to you guys, I've been trying to buy Qredo for forever. I can't buy it. Every time I buy it, you guys front run me. I've got a price target in mind. I'm not paying more than $4, $5 for Qredo. Maybe I should. It's maybe my ego getting in the way of things because I know how cheap it was and I missed it. But if you believe in institutional adoption, then you need to be buying Qredo. And I'm not the only one who says this. Okay. Here's another one. This is a total game changer for institutional exposure. One wallet, all EVM chains, MetaMask institutional, partnering up with Qredo. So it's like MetaMask institutional wallet, partnership with Qredo, basically more security and allowing institutions to get more into DeFi. That's another one. The third token that I think you guys need to be looking at is Aave. There's a good reason why you need to be looking at Aave, because Aave has launched permissioned DeFi pools for institutions. So they've launched a new product. It's called Arc, Aave Arc. It's an institutional product. And what they're saying is that they understand the DeFi narrative is coming, and you need to be looking at this one. Is that 3 or 4? That's 3. Okay. Now, remember, when institutionals come to DeFi, they're not going to know exactly what to do. Because yield farming on DeFi is actually a skill, and not many people have the skill. Not many people have the skill of yield farming. What they want to do is they will want to follow people that can yield farm. And right now, there's really 1 or 2 places where you can follow people. And first place you can go to Donkey.Finance. Donkey.Finance effectively is a follow yield farming strategy. So basically, you go to Donkey.Finance, you can follow other yield farmers, and you can earn insane returns. These are the returns on the Donkey.Finance website. So I think Donkey.Finance, we've been supporting this project for a long time. We still hold 99% of our tokens. We have sold about 1% just to cover some expenses. But we think that long-term, Donkey.Finance will be an institutional play where they can follow in a safe way without actually getting hacked. They will be able to generate these kind of returns instead of the 1% and 2%. And today, Donkey.Finance is super, super cheap because they had a small hack. They recovered from the hack, and all their funds are now sitting with Fireblocks. And so that's another one that's absolutely going to win. There's another one which wasn't in the article, but I have to talk about this one. It was an oversight, and Freddie, hold on, I know Freddie's here. Freddie, he's not listening. Not listening at all. Fred. Listen. You got to add in a 6 coin. You got to add in a 6 coin. Trust me.
I'm ready. I'll put it in. What is it?
You sure?
Yep. Let's go.
Okay. So the 6 coin is a token called Spool. I've been threatening to talk to you guys about Spool. Yeah, I've been threatening to talk to you guys about Spool for a long period of time. Spool, the mainnet or the product is actually launching in February. It's launching now. They just did the IDO. The price has been, I think, fluctuating from about $3. I think the lowest it's ever been. It's launched for a few minutes, for a few days at 2, and it's pretty much held standard. But for me, this is one of those things that can go 5x, 10x. It's called Spool. I will show you what they do. They effectively are a composable middleware layer that interfaces between yield optimizers and capital aggregators. So people that know how to create yield and people that have capital. And so it allows any institution to build their own DeFi strategies or to follow DeFi strategies from yield aggregators while keeping the capital safe. So for me, Spool is another huge one. So that's the 5th coin. Okay, and I'm going to give you one more coin before we quickly start talking about Fantom. So the last coin, which I think you need to buy if you believe in the narrative of institutional DeFi, is Luna. Luna. Why Luna? Why, if you believe in institutional DeFi, why would you buy Luna? Fred will tell you. Fred.
One word. Anchor.
Fred.
Anchor protocol, yield. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Why do you always do that? It's annoying.
Okay, so because when institutional come into DeFi, the easiest place for them to earn 20% is just to buy UST and stake the UST into Anchor.
And there's insurance.
And there's insurance now with the new insurance protocol. It's Ozone, right? Yeah, it's a new one. It's
3 options.
Yeah, okay. So just buy Luna. I mean, it's so simple. It's so simple. So there we go. You have yourself 6 coins. You have Solana because they think it's a cheap and better Ethereum. You have Luna because they're going to take money and put it into Anchor protocol and earn 20%. And at 20%, they'll look like gods, believe me. Then you have Spool, composable middleware layer that allows for capital aggregators and optimizers to go into one place. Then you got Donkey.Finance because it's a very low cap play, but I think it's a very good, at the prices of today, 30, 40 cents, I think it's an amazing play. And I know people are going to say, oh, but he keeps shilling Donkey.Finance. Yes, I do. I keep talking about Donkey.Finance because I think it's very smart and very cheap. And we hold 99% of our tokens. And we're going to continue to hold them because I think it's such a smart play because it plays into this narrative. It plays into this amazing narrative. Luna, Spool, Aave. We said all the coins. All right, so 42 minutes in. Should I start the Fantom? Should I open the Fantom can of worms? Should I teach everybody how to make yield on their Fantom? What do you say? Let me know in the comments whether you think I should teach people now how to make money on their Fantom. Because, don't know if you saw, but Fantom now has more total value locked than Solana. Imagine that. But there's a price differential of 6 times between Fantom and Solana. And by the way, let me just show you, right now, Fantom, Run said, Fantom January in December. Oh, okay, I want to show you. This is very important. Not only is Fantom about to break $3.12, but I see a cup and handle. Do you see it? Look, do you see the cup and handle? I mean, it's a shit cup, but it is a cup. Let me make it. You can always. That's what I love about charts. If they don't suit you, you can just make it work. See, I just made it work. Cup and handle. I mean, it's still a shit cup. Okay, so should we do Fantom or not? Or should we just leave it for today and then tomorrow I'm going to do Sheldon's show and then we're flying to Miami? What do you say? Okay, just say yes or no. Go. Yes or no? Yes or no? I got a good idea. Let's do this. Hold on. Where's that background for blacking out porn on the show? Oh, yeah. If you're wearing headphones, I'm sorry. Okay, let's do it. Because you know why we should do it? Because tomorrow there's only one show, and it's me and Sheldon, and we're going to do some charts. And then tomorrow afternoon we're flying to Miami, and then in Miami we're getting picked up. I'm getting picked up in a McLaren, and Sheldon's getting picked up in a Lambo from people from the community. They offered us 2 Lambos, 2 McLarens. It's going to be amazing. If you are going to be in Miami, love to meet you guys. Miami is my second home. Okay. Let's do it. Corey, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for you and Cheryl. I'm doing it for this next part of the show is for Corey and Cheryl Graham. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about how to maximize your yield using Fantom. Because remember I said to you that Fantom has this magical combination of technology, under Equinea, amazing technology, scalable, decentralized, fast. Then you have community. Fantom is an amazing community, and now we've got Daniel Sesta. Then you've got a lot of funding through the Fantom Developer Fund. You've got Harry bringing in a lot of funding. And now you have 2 more incentives for people, because you need technology, community, money, but then you need incentives. Why would people bring their money to Fantom? Why would people lock up the total, their money in Fantom? Why? The answer is because if you have Fantom, there are multiple ways for you to get incredible returns on your Fantom. And I want to show you some of the ways where you can get incredible returns on your Fantom. So the first way that you can get returns on your Fantom is a very simple way. You can go and you can stake your Fantom in the Fantom F wallet, which is effectively the Fantom wallet. And if you stake your Fantom in the F wallet, you become a validator, you delegate, and you become your Fantom go towards validating transactions on the network. And if you go to Fantom Foundation /Fantom-staking, you can take your Fantom, you can increase the amount that you're going to stake. Okay, so let's say I'm going to stake 1 million Fantom because I'm a whale. I'm not actually a whale, but I was an advisor, so I've got a whole lot of tokens in 2017. Nothing I can do about that. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. I've got a lot more than 1 million. Don't hate the player, hate the game. What you then do is you decide how long you want to lock it for. And if you lock it for 14 days, which is the minimum lock, you get 4.62% per year. But if you drag this calculator, right? You drag the calculator, and you're willing to lock up your Fantom for a year, you will get 14% returns in Fantom. So one way of making money on Fantom is locking up your returns and getting 14.15% if you're willing to lock up your Fantom for a year. If you want to do that, it's actually very simple. You go to F Wallet, you search F Wallet, you click on that, you go to staking, you go to add delegation, you select a validator, pick any one of the validators, and then put in the amount, and then you stake it. And you're going to make yourself 14% per year. Okay, so you have Fantom, you don't want exposure to anything else, you go to F Wallet, you stake it, you decide how long you want to stake it for. If you stake it for 6 months, you get 9% per year. If you stake it for a month, you get 5% per year. If you're willing to stake it for a year, you get 14% per year. There is a bit of a trick here. You can undelegate your tokens at any point, but you will probably lose all your rewards if you do that. So you can do it. So it's not like it's locked and it's stuck forever. You actually can do it. So that's the first place that you can make 14% locking your Fantom. Great idea. I want to show you why that's such a smart idea. Because the best money that you'll ever make is by investing in protocols that you think are going to change the world and then holding them for enough time to do it. The problem is that you think, and people think, that chopping and changing is the way to make money, but Suzu knows. He said, a brief comment to aspiring rotators. I know people who have become billionaires from holding the same coins over long periods of time. I don't know anyone who's done so from rotating from coin to coin very frequently. And I want to show you this because I think it's super important that you guys understand this. You want to find tokens that are going to change the world, and you want to hold them for long periods of time, even when you think they're not going to work. I was an advisor to Fantom when they started. I never sold a single Fantom token, ever. Okay? For years, This only goes back to December. Fantom was trading at less than 0.5%. Less than 0.5% for years. Look, throughout the bear market, Fantom was trading 1 cent. Then it went back. I remember it went back to 0.02, less than 1/3 of a cent. And I just held. Millions and millions of Fantom tokens. Millions and millions and millions of Fantom. Because it was $100,000 would have bought you 10 million tokens. 10 million more, 12 million tokens. Okay? And then all of a sudden, in January 2021, Fantom starts to move, and 1 year later, we are now at $3. You got to be holding the tokens. Now, when you stake and you lock your tokens for a year and you just forget about them, that's the best way for you guys to make money. So one way for you guys to make money is to stake your tokens, lock them up, get 14% on Fantom. Let's assume you still don't want to be locked up. And I recommend to everyone, invest and hold. You don't pay taxes when you invest and hold. So basically what you do is you sit and when the income tax people come to you and they say, but you've made so much money on your crypto, you say, well, I haven't sold a single crypto, so you're not getting nothing. End of story. And then that's it. Basically, you can't tax me if I don't sell. So sorry for you. I can show you the balance on my account so you can salivate a little bit, but I'm not selling. And if I'm not selling, you ain't getting income tax. That's just the way it works. That's the way it works. So you know when I will sell, say I bought a property and I take a loss on the property, or I bought stocks and I take a loss on the stocks, then I'll sell some crypto at a profit, and then the profit on the one will equal the loss on the other, and it's still zero tax. And I still look at the income tax guy and I say, I'm not selling. You're not getting any tax. That's just the way it works. Sorry. Okay, then you can also go to Yearn, and you can go and wrap your Fantom. It's called WFTM, and you can get 13.57% in the Yearn vault. And there is no lockup on the Yearn vault. So you can take your Fantom, you can wrap them, and you can invest them in the Yearn vault, and you can get 13.57%. Okay, that's the second thing you can do. When you get this WFTM, which is wrapped, and you stake it in the Yearn vault, you actually get another token, a Yearn Fantom token, which you can then go to Abracadabra Money, and you can take the the wrapped Yearn Fantom, and you can deposit it and you can borrow against it. And then you can take that money that you borrow against it and you can buy more Fantom, and you can just repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat. I don't recommend this. This is high level stuff. Okay. The last place that I want to talk about how you can make money on Fantom is on this platform, which is called Tomb.Finance. And this is the platform that Harry's taken over. Let me explain to you how this works. Tomb is a stable coin, is a pegged coin, which is pegged to the price of Fantom. So that is Tomb. The price of Tomb should be equal more or less to the price of Fantom, but it's not. You see, today, one Tomb equals to 1.08 Fantom. Why? Because people know that they can stake Tomb and they can make much more money on Tomb. And that's why it trades at a premium. When the market was negative a few days ago, the stake broke. So how can you make money on Tomb? Well, the first thing is you have to understand that Tomb is not backed by Fantom. It's just pegged to Fantom. And sometimes the peg goes above and sometimes the peg goes below. And so you have to play the game at Tomb.Finance. So let me show you what the game is. When the peg goes below 1, in order to get the peg above 1, they sell bonds into the market. And people take their Tomb and they buy the bonds, and the bonds the Tomb that is collected from buying the bonds are burnt, thereby reducing the supply of Tomb and making it more scarce, and therefore the price goes up. Now you may ask yourself, well, why would anyone buy the bonds? Because when Tomb goes above peg, you get more bonds. Let me see if I can find I had a calculator. I wonder if I can find it for you guys. Let me try and find you guys this calculator. It's a beautiful calculator. I didn't make it. One of the community members actually sent it to me. Here it is. Okay, so here is the Tomb calculator. Ah, it's already there. Waste of time. Okay, so here it is. If you buy the bonds when Tomb is under the peg, if you buy the bonds where Tomb is under the peg, when the peg goes back above 1.1 or 1.2, you get 1.07 or 1.14 or 1.21, depending on how high the peg is, Tomb for every bond. So you buy the bonds when the peg is below, you wait, and when the peg gets above, you sell the bonds for Tomb, and you get more Tomb. When the peg is above, then if you hold the token called T-share, when the peg is above, if you hold the token called T-share, you start earning insane returns. So for example, right now, the returns on holding T-shares they're absolutely insane. Let me try and refresh this. I don't know why it's not refreshing. I think it's about 600% or 200% or something like that. But you only get this if you own T-shares when the peg is above. So now the peg is above, so T-shares are actually earning these insane returns. I'm not sure why the website's not refreshing. You can also go and stake Tomb and T-shares. So if you're willing to stake Tomb and Fantom, you will get 137% APR by staking Tomb and Fantom. And there's no impermanent loss because, well, unless Tomb loses its peg, there's no impermanent loss because Tomb is supposed to be pegged to Fantom. So you're staking effectively Fantom and Fantom, but Tomb can lose its peg, and you're getting 137%. So you get 137% on Fantom, effectively. But you're getting it in T-shares. And then you take the T-shares, and you stake the T-shares, and then you earn Tomb. And then you take the Tomb, you invest the Tomb with Fantom, and you earn T-shares. But only when the peg is above 1.01. That's the second way that you can make huge returns on Fantom. Then, if you want to take a little bit more risk, instead of staking your Fantom and Tomb here and every day withdrawing it and taking your rewards and selling your rewards, you can go to what's called an auto compounder. Now, Reaper is an auto compounder. What Reaper does, and I'll show it to you now, is it takes the same thing. It stakes Tomb and Fantom, and even though on the Tomb and Fantom site you can get 100, on Tomb.Finance you can get 130 or so percent, Reaper every couple of minutes withdraws the rewards and restakes them. Withdraws the rewards and restakes them. Withdraws the rewards and restakes them. And as a result, you're looking at a 260% return. If you go to, and this is the last one I'm going to show you guys today, if you go to Grim.Finance, which was hacked, by the way, and it is working, and you stake your T-shares into the auto compounder, so let me show you. You're getting 823% on your T-shares because they're just auto-compounding and auto-compounding and auto-compounding it. There we go. You got it? So those are just some of the places that you can make money on Fantom. And remember, why everyone's rushing into Fantom now is because Andre Cronje says with his new project, people who are holding Fantom, the top 20 Fantom ecosystem or participating, will get distribution of the new DEX. Guys, that's all we have time for today because I've got to finish this in less than 1 hour. I will see you guys again tomorrow on Sheldon Show. Until then, I hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, smash a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments that you've loved this. See you guys again tomorrow. Until then, stake well, my friends.